Turns out that Russian state TV is pretty transparent about how they see Tulsi Gabbard as a useful idiot. Not kidding. Apparently, there is a woman named Julia Davis who monitors state television in Russia and reports back. She usually has these great Twitter threads explaining what they're talking about in Russia. And it's important to understand, what the narrative is there, especially when it comes to the war in Ukraine, especially when it comes to various domestic issues here in the United States. And what we've learned through Julia Davis is that various Russian state TV pundits like Malik Dudikov are saying some pretty complimentary things about Tulsi Gabbard, but more importantly, openly talking about exploiting polarization and divisions in the country for Russia's own means. So Malik Dudikov said this: when things thaw out and the presidential race for 2024 is firmly on the agenda, there will be moments we can use, he says. The most banal approach I can think of is to invite Trump beforehand or before he announces he's running for president to some future summit in liberated Mariupol. Then he also says Tulsi Gabbard would also be great. Maybe Trump will take her as his vice president. I mean, is anyone shocked by this? Remember, it was Tulsi Gabbard who recently uploaded a video on social media claiming that we should be very concerned about bioweapons being developed in Ukraine, even though there was no evidence whatsoever of bioweapon development in Ukraine. Russia was spouting that propaganda and that talking point, and they were specifically pointing to facilities that test and research biological matters, infectious diseases. Every country has something to that effect. That doesn't mean that they're developing bioweapons, but it doesn't matter. Like a good, useful idiot, Tulsi Gabbard just regurgitated Russian state propaganda. I wonder why. But it is interesting that they're proposing that Donald Trump choose Tulsi Gabbard as his running mate. I don't think it's far-fetched that he would do that. Now, Dudikov went on to describe how Russia would step up its interference. They're just openly talking about it on Russian state TV. It's pretty incredible. Step up its interference in the United States domestic politics in the coming years, and to what end? There is a horrific polarization in society in the United States, very serious conflicts between Democrats and Republicans that keep expanding, he says. You've already mentioned that America is a dying empire, and most empires weren't conquered, they were destroyed from within. The same fate likely awaits America in the near decade. That's why when all these processes are thawed, Russia might get the chance to play on that. So they want to essentially exploit the divisions among the electorate here in the United States. And I have no doubt that American voters will allow that to happen. That we're getting played, that we're attacking one another, while those at the very top, not just in this country, but even in foreign countries, take full advantage of that. Now, Yevgeny Popov is another Russian state TV pundit, and he also weighed in on this, saying that the time is coming to again help our partner Trump to become president. They just say it out loud. No worries about consequences, no worries about, what is the United States really gonna do? All we can really do is protect our elections from interference from foreign countries. We know that foreign countries are gonna try to interfere. But I just want you guys to all remember the people who built a brand for themselves in the media by being the contrarians in the Russia investigation, by arguing incessantly, no, Russia didn't try to meddle in the elections. No, that's Russiagate, it's Russiagate. By the way, those are the same people that are regurgitating Russian state propaganda in regard to the war in Ukraine. So I hope that some of the individuals who found them credible, have a moment of clarity now about the very clear propaganda they were spouting. But we don't even need to do a Russia investigation. They're just saying it openly on state television. And I just love the fact that they make it abundantly clear that former Democratic Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard is seen as a useful tool for Russian state propaganda and their strategy against the United States. Tulsi Gabbard, same person who denied that there were chemical weapons attacks in Syria. You're gonna believe her garbage? Anyway, I was right. I know it's unbearable to brag about it incessantly, but how could I not? How could I not? It couldn't be more clear that she was a hack from the get-go. All people needed to do was scratch the surface and see who she really was. When people tell you who they are, believe them.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.